has stopped, evacuate from the building using the safest and the fastest way out. Avoid using the escalators and elevators. Walk fast but calmly while covering your head. Proceed towards the evacuation area located at the 4th San Antonio Abad. You may re-enter the building once the authorities declared it safe. Should you have further concerns, kindly approach our designated event officers in the venue. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all our distinguished guests and colleagues who have joined us today. Monetary Board members Rosalia V. De Leon, Walter Wasmer, Jose L. Kerubin, our Deputy Governors Chuchi G. Funasher, Mamerto E. Tangonan, and Bernadette Romulo Puyat, BSP management, participating institutions, partners from the industry and government agencies, media colleagues, fellow BSP employees, and everyone joining us virtually via the official BSP Facebook page. Welcome to the ceremonial signing and go live for the Open Finance for Personal Equity and Retirement Account for PERA pilot. I am William Galvez of the Technology Risk and Innovation Supervision Department, and I'll be your host this afternoon. Today's event marks a significant milestone in our open finance and PERA journey. We will witness not just the launch of a platform, but the realization of a shared vision to unlock secure, inclusive, and future-ready retirement solutions for every Filipino. With Open Finance for PERA now live, we are beginning to explore how this infrastructure can also support broader innovation in line with our policy objectives. We are also looking to expand the use cases in the field of lending, capital markets, and scheduled payments. Now, to officially open the program, may I invite on stage Deputy Governor Chuchi G. Funasher of the Financial Supervision Sector.
So, to the Chairman of the Monetary Board and BSP Governor, Ellie M. Remolana Jr., Monetary Board members, Lea De Leon, Walter Wasmer, and Jose Kerubin, Deputy Governors, Bernadette Romulo Puyat. I was about to say lang Berna, parang so casual naman. Kaya, yeah. Yes. And Mamerto Tangonan. I don't know if DJ Elmore is around. Yeah. And also DJ Zeno. Of course, distinguished representatives from our participating institutions, our esteemed guests, friends and colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, allow me to warmly welcome you all to this milestone event, the ceremonial signing and go live for the Open Finance for Personal Equity and Retirement Account pilot, or the Project OF-PERA. Today, we mark the culmination of shared efforts and the beginning of a bold new chapter in the country's digital finance journey. When the Open Finance Framework was launched, we were clear in our message that the future of finance must be inclusive, interoperable, and most importantly, collaborative. Open finance by design cannot thrive in isolation. It requires co-creation, trust, and a sustained dialogue between regulators and key players in the financial services industry. So this project, the Project OF-PERA, is living proof of that vision taking shape. Now, let me begin by reflecting on the significance of this initiative. At the core of Project OF-PERA is the convergence of two transformative drivers of financial resilience. Open finance, which empowers individuals with greater control over their financial data and choices. And PERA, which supports long-term financial wellness and security for Filipinos. By integrating open finance into PERA, we are creating a pathway for more accessible and convenient retirement solutions. And this is especially important for a generation of Filipinos who may not be covered by formal pension schemes, but who are digitally ready and eager to build their financial future. Now, what makes this project truly special is not just what it aims to deliver, but how it was developed. From the initial discussions to the testing phase, to reviewing how everything would work in practice, every major element of OFPERA was co-created through extensive working group sessions with our partners from the banking and the non-banking sectors. Indeed, the willingness of our pilot participants to take part in this pioneering initiative has been instrumental in laying a solid foundation for scale and long-term sustainability, reflecting a strong spirit of collaboration and innovation. At this point, it is worth stepping back and asking, why does this matter? While we often speak of open finance in terms of APIs, security protocols, and system interoperability, let us not forget the human aspect of this transformation. At the end of each data sharing transaction is a real person, perhaps an OFW planning to retire early, a small business owner looking to invest, or a young employee hoping to start saving for the future. For them, the ability to access retirement tools digitally, compare options across providers, and receive tailored advice is not just a convenience, it's empowerment. So through this project, we are not only shaping technology, we are shaping trust, access, and choice in the financial lives of millions of Filipinos. Now, while today's Go Live is a major milestone, it is only the beginning. This pilot will serve as a learning ground in preparation for a broader implementation and the integration of additional use cases under open finance. So we will continue to refine governance structures, improve user experience, and strengthen safeguards to ensure that innovation remains secure, responsible, and inclusive. To our partner institutions, we count on your continued support, not only as implementers, but as advocates for consumer empowerment and digital inclusion. To our fellow regulators, we reaffirm our commitment to providing an enabling policy environment, one that encourages responsible innovation while ensuring the highest standards of consumer protection. Now, as we celebrate this milestone, let us remember that what we are launching today is more than an infrastructure. It is a vision realized through the strength of collaboration. So on behalf of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made this possible. So let us continue to build on this momentum, deepening our collaboration and expanding the reach of financial empowerment for every Filipino. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you so much, DG Chuchi, for highlighting how Project Open Finance for PERA was shaped by strong collaboration across institutions. And today's milestone reflects what's possible when the public and private sectors co-create solutions with impact. And now, to take us through the journey of the Open Finance for PERA pilot, from concept to implementation, let us welcome Managing Director Eugene C. Teves of the BSP Technology and Digital Innovation Office.
To our Governor and Chairman of the Monetary Board, Governor Eli Remoliona Jr., Monetary Board members, Deputy Governors, colleagues, esteemed guests, good afternoon. It's a privilege to be with you today as we formally launch the Open Finance for the Personal Equity and Retirement Account Pilot, or OF-PERA pilot. This initiative represents more than a systems upgrade. It marks the beginning of a new approach, one that empowers Filipinos to save for their future while gradually transforming the way we deliver financial services. By bringing together the frameworks of Open Finance and PERA, we are laying the groundwork for a financial system that is both inclusive and accessible. As outlined in BSP Circular Number 1122, Open Finance is anchored on the secure and permissioned use of application programming interfaces, or APIs. These APIs act as digital bridges, enabling financial institutions to share data in a way that is safe, standardized, and customer consented. Open Finance is more than a regulatory initiative. As what DG Chuchi said earlier, it is a strategic enabler, creating the infrastructure for a more inclusive, interoperable, and collaborative financial services. In that spirit, the BSP has actively sought real-world use cases to apply Open Finance. And today, we are pleased to share the progress we've made in applying it to the PERA framework. By doing so, we aim to provide a more seamless onboarding experience built on a reliable and secure reuse of existing client information. Our primary goal with this pilot is to tackle a major challenge, making PERA, our National Voluntary Retirement Savings Program, more accessible to everyone. The journey begins with a streamlined onboarding process. Here's a breakdown of our phase approach. First phase is onboarding through administrator-initiated view. PERA administrator platforms will be the initial launch point. This will allow clients to open a PERA account using their existing personal data from other participating financial institutions, which ensures compliance with the simplification of the sign-up experience. Subsequent phases will involve BSFIs that will eventually be able to initiate opening of PERA accounts directly from their banking apps using pre-existing Know Your Customer data, which is already on the file. At the heart of this ecosystem is a central API gateway, a secure, scalable mechanism that enables administrators and BSFIs to share data, authenticate users, and facilitate transactions without unnecessary duplication or friction. The potential scale of this initiative is transformative. Economically, if just 1 million Filipinos take full advantage of the program, we could see 100 billion annually channeled into long-term local investment. That means a deeper capital market and increased financial resilience. On the side of institutional capacity building, and borrowing a term I first heard from Mr. Jerry Ngo from last year's Systemic Risk Conference, the Central API Gateway stands as an example of digital public infrastructure, a shared platform that connects financial institutions and enables a secure, efficient, and permission data exchange. Like roads and bridges in the physical world, this infrastructure lowers barriers, reduces duplication, and expands access across the financial ecosystem. OF-PERA is proof that when we combine technology with policy, we unlock value, not only for individual savers, but for the broader economy. To close, I would like to express our deep appreciation to our pilot partners, Atram, GCash, Maya, RCBC, and Union Bank, without whom this initiative would not have been possible. Your collaboration has been vital in turning a vision into a reality. We also look forward to the connectivity with other financial institutions like BDO, BPI, PNB, Land Bank, and Metro Bank. I also take this moment to thank and congratulate the BSP team, especially our colleagues from TRISD and TDIO, for making this bold first step a reality. This pilot reflects the strength of cross-functional cooperation in building the future of finance. For other banks and other financial institutions I have not mentioned, please do join us, connect through the gateway, and help refine and scale this work. This is a future where retirement is not postponed, but proactively built. Thank you very much. And as the famous Spock said in Star Trek, may we all live long and prosper. And let me add, save well too. Thank you.
Thank you, MD Eugene, for providing a clear overview of how open finance for PERA was built and how it serves as a blueprint for broader open finance innovation. Now let's turn our attention to the screen because we are excited to present the new phase of PERA, highlighting a groundbreaking leap in digitalization through its integration with an open finance platform.
PERA ay isang voluntaryong pag-iipon para sa inyong retirement na maaaring ipangdagdag sa benefits mula sa SSS, GSIS at iba pang retirement plans. Nakatutulong ito sa pagkakaroon ng financial security sa panahon ng pagre-retiro. Para sa mga self-employed at locally employed na individual, hanggang 200,000 pesos na ang maaaring unad sa PERA kada taon. Para naman sa overseas Filipinos, itinaas na rin ang limit sa taunang kontribusyon hanggang sa 400,000 pesos mula 200,000 pesos. Kaya naman, mag-invest na sa PERA dahil PERA cares!
Hangad ng pera o personal equity and retirement account ang inyong pampinansyal na seguridad sa inyong pagre-retiro. Ang pera ay isang voluntaryong sistema ng pensyon na maaaring pandagdag sa inyong SSS o GSIS. Sa pamamagitan ng pera, makakapag-invest ka sa mga iba't ibang investment fund para sa inyong pagretiro at tax-free ang kita mo.
Pagandahin ng retirement, sino may ayaw nun?
Kaso, hindi pa mahirap ang bukas ng pera?
Huwag mag-alala. Mas madali, mas mabilis na at ligtas ang pagbubukas ng pera.
Interesado ako magbukas ng pera. Kaya lang, hindi ko maisingit sa aking shift sa ospital.
Ako rin, pero hindi naman ako makadaan sa mga bangko. Madali bang magbukas niyan?
Paano naman ako na nagtatrabaho sa ibang bansa?
May mas madali bang paraan ng pagbubukas ng pera?
Pwede na ngayong magbukas ng pera account sa mobile o online application ng bank account o e-wallet mo. Dati, kailangan mong pumunta sa opisina ng pera administrator para makapagbukas ng account. Ngayon, pwede na itong gawin sa pamamagitan ng inyong online bank account o e-wallet account. Noon, kailangan mong magsumite ng inyong personal information at iba pang mga requirement. Ngayon, ipapasa na lang ng bangko o e-wallet mo ang mga impormasyon na ito na nasa kanila na. Bigyan mo lang sila ng pahintulot o consent. Kaya naman, mas mapapadali at mas mapapabilis ang proseso ng pagbubukas ng pera.
Mas madali at mas mabilis na nga ang proseso.
Pero ligtas ba ang aming personal information?
Mayroong alituntunin ang Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, mga kalahok na bangko, trust corporation, at e-wallet providers para siguruhin na protektado ang iyong mga impormasyon. Makipag-ugnayan sa mga kalahok na financial institutions kung paano makapagbubukas ng pera digitally. Dahil gusto natin nakabilang ang lahat sa mas secure na pagre-retiro.
And that video will also be available on the BSP's website and across official social media platforms. And now, as we celebrate today's ceremonial signing and go live, we recognize that open finance thrives on shared commitment. This next segment features key voices from across the industry, each bringing unique insight from their part of the retirement savings ecosystem. To begin, let's hear from one of our PERA administrators, supporting long-term investing for Filipinos through digital innovation. Please welcome Mr. Michael Ferrer, Chief Executive Officer of Atram Group and President and Managing Director of ATR Asset Management Incorporated.
Chairman of the Monetary Board, Governor Eli Remolano Jr., Monetary Board members Walter Wasmer, Jose Kerwin, and Rosalia De Leon, Deputy Governors Chuchi Fonasher, Bernadette Romulo Puyat, Mert Tangonan, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a great honor to be here today as part of the PERA Open Finance launch. And among the industry titans and old friends, I think it feels really like a warm gathering. I truly believe that we will all look back at this important milestone as the inflection point for the evolution of open finance as the modern banking architecture, and PERA as the retirement savings vehicle for the next generation. The PERA law was enacted over 15 years ago with the goal of providing a voluntary retirement savings program for Filipinos. From the onset, however, PERA faced many challenges that hindered mass adoption, from cumbersome processes to very low awareness. Together with the BSP, the industry has worked over the years to improve efficiency, enhance incentives, and raise awareness through educational and promotional activities. On our part, as PERA administrator, we are proud to have pioneered the first PERA digital platform in 2020, which increased adoption and laid the foundation for PERA's integration with open finance. Today's pilot program shows how open finance makes PERA truly inclusive through secure, consent-driven access to verified information. Consumers can now confidently share data across participating institutions to quickly open a PERA account. But achieving this milestone in a relatively short period of time could not have been accomplished by any one institution alone, but only through the collaboration and commitment of like-minded groups. Firstly, I think we all need to thank the BSP for its sponsorship and strong leadership. Could we please give a big hand to the BSP? Of course, with that came a lot of pressure to meet deadlines. Thank you, Jean and Recon. But we are here, and we are also very excited to be working with Union Bank, our shareholder and strategic partner, as two of the pioneering institutions for today's launch. With Union Bank's leadership in digital banking and Atram's investment capabilities, we aim to bring innovative financial products like PERA to a wide range of customers. We also look forward to expanding our collaboration with our many partners like GCash, with whom we democratized investing for as low as 50 pesos, which now I think counts over 2 million active investors, if I'm not mistaken. And we hope other institutions soon join the bandwagon. And we also encourage the expansion of open finance to include other products like insurance products for the benefit of customers. Our involvement in PERA and open finance, however, is not a standalone initiative, but part of our bigger mission to enable pension reform, an advocacy we've been working on for over 10 years now. We must highlight that our private sector retirement system today, under our retirement law, is underfunded, lacks portability, and does not provide adequate benefits for retirees. As a result, today's mobile workforce will likely retire without any substantial retirement savings to sustain them in later years. But here is where PERA Open Finance can change the game by providing easy access and scalability. And with the recent passage of the SEMEPA law, which provides additional tax incentives for PERA, there is a strong imperative for companies to use PERA as a vehicle to meet their retirement obligations. Perhaps the only thing missing now is to push for mandatory retirement funding where both employers and employees contribute into their PERA accounts. This is what we need for the PERA rocket ship to fully launch and carry with it the dream of every Filipino for financial security in their retirement years. As Warren Buffett once said, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. PERA and open finance are the seeds that we have planted today to provide the shade for the present and future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ferrer, for highlighting the role of PERA administrators in making retirement planning more accessible and for your early support in advancing open finance for long-term savings. Next, we hear from the banking sector, a key driver of secure consent-based innovation. Let us welcome Ms. Ana Maria A. Delgado, President, Chief Executive Officer, and the Director of Union Bank of the Philippines.
Chairman of the Monetary Board and BSP Governor Eli Remolona Jr., distinguished members of the Monetary Board, deputy governors and leaders of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, presidents and leaders of banks, colleagues and friends, good afternoon. I am honored to be among esteemed representatives from the BSP, our fellow PERA administrators and partners in the financial services community today to celebrate this landmark event. On behalf of Union Bank, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to the BSP for inviting us to take part in this important milestone, the ceremonial signing and go live of the Open Finance for PERA pilot. It is a privilege to support this initiative that reflects our shared commitment to reimagining banking to build a more inclusive and financially empowered future for Filipinos. We see this pilot as a timely and meaningful step forward to address the opportunity of making investing for retirement accessible to more Filipinos. By integrating open finance into the PERA ecosystem, we open new ways for individuals to manage their long-term financial goals with greater ease and confidence, enabling them to access their own data to make investing easier. It is our hope that this initiative will contribute to the broader objective of encouraging more Filipinos to prepare for retirement and to help us all move closer to the BSP's goal of reaching 5 million PERA contributors. It's also our hope that this is just the first of many steps we will take together in the direction of promoting open finance so that we can reach more Filipinos and, more importantly, to bring them the best banking can offer. At Union Bank, we've always believed that technology should elevate lives. In our journey toward digital transformation, we've focused on building platforms that make financial services more accessible, more transparent, and more relevant to the lives of those we serve. Through our open banking efforts, including nearly 1,000 APIs made available on our developer portal and connections with close to 200 institutions, we have worked to create an ecosystem where innovation thrives through collaboration. We also recognize the value of strong partnerships. Initiatives like PERA and our partnership with ATRAM underscores the importance of working together across institutions. With shared goals and the ability to leverage the unique strengths of the participants, we can create more responsive and customer-centered services, particularly when guided by the future-proofed framework of open finance as created by the BSP. Looking ahead, we remain committed to supporting this pilot, not just in principle, but in practice. We are preparing to extend the learnings and use cases from the Open Finance PERA into the Union Bank online app, with the hope that it will provide users with more convenient access to digital financial tools. We also share the BSP's vision for a digital financial marketplace, and we believe this pilot can play a valuable role in shaping that future. So as we celebrate this milestone today, Union Bank reaffirms its full support for this initiative and for the future that it stands for. We are committed to working alongside the BSP, our fellow participants, and the wider community as we enter phase 2, continuously learning, collaborating, and doing our part in advancing inclusive growth. We look forward to also introducing innovations that will excite and compel the current and next generation of Filipinos to invest and ensure financial stability of their futures. Maraming salamat and congratulations to everyone who contributed to making today's milestone a reality. I know it took a lot of hard work, a lot of follow-ups, but we are proud to stand before you with a live integration. But this is just the beginning. Let's go forward now and together bring it to the millions of Filipinos that we all have access to. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Delgado, for demonstrating Union Bank's continued commitment to shaping the future of open finance and for championing innovation that puts the customer at the center. We turn to the non-bank sector, whose platforms have been instrumental in making financial tools more accessible to the everyday Filipino. Please welcome Mr. Winsley Bangit, Vice President and Group Head for New Businesses at GCash.
Hi. Good afternoon, everyone. Chairman of the Monetary Board, Governor Ellie Remolona. Monetary Board members, Rosalia De Leon, Walter Wasmer, and Jose Rubin. Our Deputy Governors, Chuchi Fonesher, Mert Tagonan, and Bernadette Romulo Puyat. Our industry partners and collaborators, and of course, our valued partners from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. Good afternoon. It is a distinct honor to stand before you today as an active participant in the Open Finance PH pilot. GCash is fully committed to the success of this project and endeavor, and we recognize the impact that it can make, not only for our customers, but for every Filipinos striving for a more secure and empowered financial future. Beginning with a personal equity and retirement account, or PERA, partnering with the Open Finance Project is more than a one-time engagement across our industries. It represents the potential of meaningful collaboration and innovation led by the Bangko Sentral to address barriers like manual document submissions and long registration processes that are more than just inconveniences. They take time and effort that our fellow Filipinos simply cannot spare, especially when juggling work and daily responsibilities, and maybe, just maybe, discouraging many of them from accessing vital financial services. Our vision at GCash is finance for all. With this project, we're committed to enabling safe, secure, and consent-driven access that streamlines PERA registration for millions of Filipinos, making it easier for each one to plan, invest, and save up for their future. We are dedicated to advancing the following key objectives of this pilot: the promotion of digitalization initiatives, the enhancement of financial health, and the development of the local capital market. It is our hope that as we continue with this pilot, we can help advance a broader vision that everyone are not just enabled, and that we foster a more open, transparent, and inclusive financial ecosystem. The insights and experiences we gain through this collaboration, together with our pilot partners and collaborators, will help us better serve more and more Filipinos. Once more, we thank the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas and our OF PERA partners and administrators for this opportunity, and we look forward to the exciting future of this project. Madami na tayong na-launch, madami na tayong na-go live today, but we are just getting started. Salamat po.
Thank you, Mr. Bangit, for your continued support of Open Finance and for highlighting how platforms like GCash contribute to its growth and adoption. And to close this segment, we hear from another banking partner committed to inclusive innovation. Please welcome Mr. Reginaldo Carriazo, President and Chief Executive Officer of Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation.
BSP Governor Eli Remalona Jr., members of the Monetary Board, Deputy Governor Chuchi Fonasier, all of our partners from BSP, and to our colleagues in the industry, good afternoon. Today is a monumental milestone towards a more inclusive Philippines. This transformative step towards empowering Filipinos to invest in their future and control their finances better is something that resonates deeply with us at RCBC. For us at RCBC, this isn't just about financial products. It's about deeply understanding the aspirations and challenges of Filipino families. Earlier this year, we rolled out our vision of empowering generations of Filipinos through financial innovations. And initiatives such as this truly help bring our vision to life. So on behalf of RCBC, I would like to extend my gratitude to BSP for letting us be a part of this extraordinary journey. For decades, saving for retirement has been a persistent challenge for generations of Filipinos. The lack of access and understanding of the process has alienated retirement planning to a great majority of Filipinos. One survey reports that close to half of today's retirees express regret over past financial decisions, with the biggest reasons being not saving enough, 73%, and not investing wisely, 47%. Now, imagine a future where every Filipino can look forward to their golden years with confidence, rather than regret or anxiety. That is the future that PERA helps us build. PERA simplifies retirement planning and makes it smarter. Filipinos now have access to PERA and related financial tools with greater control and transparency. Individuals can access the right products at the right time from the provider that best meets their needs. It removes friction. It places the customer at the center. And most importantly, it fosters trust through innovation. Furthermore, PERA offers the accessibility and convenience of mobile apps to this open finance collaboration. Now, opening a PERA account is as simple as using your favorite digital banking app. Customers are no longer bound by institutional silos or physical boundaries. On top of this, PERA also offers tax incentives to encourage long-term commitment to retirement planning, ensuring that retirees get the most value out of their savings and just a little bit more prepared for the next chapter in their lives. Once again, thank you very much for letting us be a part of this amazing mission. This is a decisive step towards driving financial inclusion and empowering Filipino people, and we affirm our full support to BSP and everyone working together to make this a reality. Let us continue to work together to ensure that financial inclusion becomes a reality rather than just an ideal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Carriazo, for reaffirming RCBC's support for digital innovation and for recognizing open finance as a powerful tool to expand retirement, savings, and financial inclusion. And now to deliver today's keynote message, may I call on Governor Ellie M. Remolona Jr., Chairman of the Monetary Board, and the Governor of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
To our partners in the financial sector, colleagues in government, ladies and gentlemen, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Today's event is more than a launch. It's a shift in how we think about banking. Your bank account should give you easy access to all sorts of other financial services. That's what's called open finance. At its core, it's about connection. With the customer's consent, banks and third-party providers of financial services can securely share financial data through application programming interfaces or APIs. This makes insurance, investments, and other financial services simpler, smarter, and more personalized. We actually borrowed this idea from Brazil. Banco Central do Brazil embedded open finance into PIX. PIX is the real-time payments system. Today, around 49 million Brazilians consented to their data being shared, allowing them to send money, switch banks, and access credit with ease. This is what happens when systems connect and users are empowered. Which brings us to open finance for PERA. The Personal Equity Retirement Account, or PERA, was introduced in 2016 to help Filipinos save for the long term. It's voluntary, tax-advantaged, and open to everyone. But uptake has been slow, with just 6,100 accounts as of June 2025. We know the appetite for financial health is there. So what's missing? Sometimes the challenge isn't always the product. Sometimes it's the pathway. By making PERA the starting point for open finance, we build this pathway. PERA now becomes part of a seamless digital ecosystem, making saving and investment simpler for everyone. At the same time, the project also allows us to jumpstart open finance from concept to practice. So now users can explore their options more clearly, thanks to consent-driven data sharing via the account information services. Users can save more easily with the payment initiation services that automate contributions. This is more than innovation. It's financial health. We're proud to build this with banks, asset managers, regulators, and civil society. The success of PERA and open finance depends on how closely aligned we are in systems and in purpose. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay tayong lahat.
Thank you, Governor Ellie, for grounding today's milestone in a broader vision, one that unlocks smarter, more inclusive financial tools, and today's Go Live sets the tone for what's possible. We now proceed to the ceremonial signing of the Memorandum of Agreement and the symbolic Go Live of Project Open Finance for PERA. May we kindly invite the following principal signatories to approach the signing table. Governor Ellie M. Remolona Jr. for the BSP, our PERA administrators, Mr. Philip Hagedorn for Atram Trust Corporation, Mr. Manuel Patricio C. Malabanan of BDO Unibank Incorporated, Ms. Maria Teresa Marshall of BPI Asset Management and Trust Corporation. Our BSFI participants, Mr. Winsley Bangit, G-Exchange Incorporated, Mr. Alan Bornas, Land Bank of the Philippines, Mr. Shailesh Baiduan, Maya Philippines Incorporated, Ms. Angelica S. Reyes, Metropolitan Bank and Trust Company, Mr. Edwin R. Bautista, Philippine National Bank, Mr. Reginaldo Arcariaso, Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, and Ms. Ana Maria A. Delgado, Union Bank of the Philippines. This MOA outlines the contractual arrangements to implement Phase 1 of the Open Finance for PERA pilot. It captures key responsibilities across our participating financial institutions. PERA administrators to retrieve KYC data via the API gateway, complete onboarding requirements, and coordinate with relevant partners for smooth service delivery. BSFI participants to develop client-facing channels, secure user consent, and facilitate the seamless and secure transmission of KYC data to PERA administrators and the BSP to oversee implementation, maintain the API gateway, and ensure compliance with applicable regulations and standards. Each signatory will sign their own copy of the MOA. We now invite our signatories to stand and pose for a group photo, marking our shared commitment to this initiative. We also take this moment to express our appreciation to key members of the Operations Working Group who helped shape the foundation of this pilot. From outlining the end-to-end process flow, providing inputs in drafting and refining the business rules, extending legal guidance and review, and facilitating discussions for data sharing arrangements that underpin the ecosystem. This MOA is a testament to the countless hours of discussion, negotiation, and careful deliberation from all parties to ensure that it accurately reflects our shared vision and commitment. Again, thank you to all our signatories and partners for making today's milestone possible. And at this point, we now invite Governor Ellie M. Remolona Jr. to proceed to the center for the symbolic go-live of Project Open Finance for PERA. May we also request Mr. Philip Hagirorn of Atram, Ms. Ana Maria Delgado of Union Bank, Mr. Winsley Bangit of G Exchange Incorporated, and Mr. Reginaldo Carriazo of RCBC to accompany the Governor. These institutions, Atram, Union Bank, G Exchange Incorporated, and RCBC, are now production ready, and we eagerly anticipate the rest of our participating institutions to follow suit in launching to production soon. And now, we come to the most awaited part of the program, the moment we've all been waiting for. This symbolic act represents the culmination of all the hard work and the dawn of a new era for PERA. It signifies our collective commitment to financial innovation and to providing every Filipino with the tools they need to build a prosperous future. We once again invite you to direct your attention to the screens as we witness Open Finance for PERA go live.
PERA, simplified and made more accessible through Open Finance. Make your choice. Do you consent to share your personal data with your PERA administrator to open your PERA account? Decline and apply manually. Accept and enjoy a secure, seamless, and hassle-free onboarding process.
Now is the time for the Governor to decide. Will he consent to share his personal data with a PERA administrator to open a PERA account? Governor, in 3, 2, 1.
Consent verified. Connection secured. Account created. PERA account onboarding now live. This is onboarding through your preferred PERA administrator. Choose your existing e-wallet or bank account. Confirm correctness and accuracy of KYC. Do you consent? Consent given. Complete the account opening process with your chosen PERA administrator. And coming soon, you can initiate account opening through your own existing e-wallet or banking app. Choose preferred PERA administrator. Click Proceed to share data, taking you to your PERA administrator. Confirm correctness and accuracy of KYC. A PERA account has now been created.
That's it, folks, and the Governor has successfully opened his PERA account. Congratulations to everyone. We also take this opportunity to recognize the efforts of the Technical Working Group, whose work enabled today's event. They developed the API standards and specifications we'll be working with and conducted testing activities covering API compliance testing and end-to-end testing to enable both technical adherence and a seamless user experience. To each and every member of the Technical Working Group, your commitment to collaboration and interoperability brought the technology of Open Finance for PERA to life. Thank you so much. And now, to cap off today's event, we now invite our signatories, guest speakers, and BSP leadership to join us on stage for a group photo. For our first shot, may we request representatives from our participating institutions to join the governor and gather at the center of the stage. From ATRAM, from BDO, BPI Wealth, GXI, Land Bank, Maya Philippines, Metro Bank, PNB, RCBC, and Union Bank. We'd like to invite our lead representatives from those institutions to join the governor on the stage. As what we have witnessed, this is truly a testament of how all our institutions can collaborate. And this is just the start of a great chapter in our financial ecosystem, launch of PERA, and hopefully all our participating institutions and many more will really take part and really develop other use cases in different businesses like lending, capital markets, deposits, and other possibilities given what open finance can do. Now, we would like to call on our Monetary Board members and Deputy Governors to join on stage. We have Monetary Board Member Rosalia De Leon, Monetary Board Member Wasmer, and Monetary Board Member Jose Kirby. And our Deputy Governors, we would also like to call on our DG Chuchi, DG Mert, and DG Berna. And Mr. Michael Ferrer, please join as well. Thank you. And for our third photo, we'd like to call on our BSP Open Finance for PERA team to come up and join us for a group photo. And for our final photo, we invite everyone to gather at the center and come in close for a group selfie to commemorate today's milestone. Everyone, may I ask you guys to please stand up?